interesting football story. An attorney representing Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels has informed his alma mater LSU that it can no longer use his name, image, or likeness. The dispute centers around LSU allowing cornerback DJ Pickett to wear number 5, the number Daniels wore when he won the Heisman Trophy in 2023. Daniels' jersey has not been retired yet, but Pickett is the first player to wear number 5 since the quarterback left LSU. In a statement from Daniels' spokesperson, the Daniels family said that they were deeply disappointed by LSU's decision. Cece, what do you make of the complaint made by Jayden Daniels' family?
I understand it because it's all about Jayden Daniels' bag, right? He's a Heisman Trophy winner wearing the number 5 at LSU, right? And we're in a different era of college football when it's all about your name, image, and likeness. There's an association with what he did at the collegiate ranks with that number. And so for LSU to let another player in that program wear that number, does that affect what he can then generate in the way of revenue from his association with LSU as a Heisman Trophy winner wearing number 5? That's the only thing I would say in terms of the legal part of it, the business side of it. I have no issue with Jayden Daniels trying to protect the perception of what he was as a player, his legacy at LSU, and a big part of that is the number that he wore. We all former players sitting here, we understand how passionate we are about the numbers that we wore at the places that we played. And so for Jayden Daniels, there's a dollar figure attached to that association because of the nature of the position and the accolades that he received. I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, it's a business type deal, right? You want to be able to capitalize off every gain from your name, image, and likeness. And if you're associated with LSU and won a Heisman Trophy, then that's included in that as well. I also think LSU, like if you know for a fact this guy meant so much to your program and your organization, why give out number 5? Like, I don't understand why would you do that? Because I also feel like everyone who has won a Heisman Trophy, in which there's only been 91 Heisman Trophy winners, only one 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, that was Archie Griffin at Ohio State. You deserve to have your number retired. I think also, I don't think anyone should be rocking that number, or nor should an equipment manager be giving that number out, basing it off what you were able to do on the football field alone and what you meant to that program.
Yeah, Harry brought up an interesting point. I just want to harp on this one. Should it be an automatic? You win a Heisman, you get your jersey number retired.
No doubt. There's only been 91. Think about all the players that have played in collegiate football.
So it's not a debatable.
Yeah, but there are some programs that just don't retire numbers, period.
Correct.
Like Florida doesn't retire numbers. So Tim Tebow's number 15 is not retired.
We have 2 guys wearing it this year.
So, I mean, so that's just
Seriously.
That's the reality of it. So I don't want to.
So Steve Spurrier's number's not retired either?
No, Florida does not retire numbers.
That's also terrible.
Yeah, so I don't want to. But here's the thing.
So let me go ahead and get on their ass. That is terrible. You have these prominent people that made an impact at your university. You're not going to retire their numbers?
Here's what I'm saying. Here's the thing that as you're going, and I'm going, what's the big deal? The big deal has to do when you get lawyers involved. Lawyers are generally the last resort. Something has transpired. Conversations were being said. If it hasn't been worn thus far, what has changed?
Head coach?
Thank you.
Wayne couldn't get him somewhere else?
It's not the equipment manager, the issue. Who does the equipment manager generally report to?
The head coach.
Head coach.
I think this has to do with new regime.
Lane Kiffin.
New regime saying, no, this is my program now, and this is how we're doing things. And I don't know anything, but I'm just looking at it and going, why is this a big issue? Why? Usually good players or really great players of any organization, pros or college, there's some unspoken or there's some agreements and conversations that are going on. And all of a sudden, if a lawyer's involved, that tells me that there has been
some discourse
and some communications, and someone came in, and this is a guy too. He obviously, this recruit wanted to wear this number. Generally, we've seen guys, young guys say, hey man, I want to wear this number. I'll reach out to this guy, and this guy says yes or no.
This winner is the lawyers, right, with the billable hours. But I will say this, I think this is emblematic of the current state of play when it comes to college football. Because
I'm gonna look that up.
In the past, recruits would want to go to programs because of the players that came before. Recruits would want to be associated with that tradition of greatness, that tradition of excellence, and there came a certain level of respect along with that. In today's college football,
that's gone.
It's all about how much are you going to pay me and how comfortable are you going to make me while I'm here.
Yep.
And a part of that comfort is being able to wear whatever number I want to wear. And if it flies in the face of the history of this program, of the tradition of one of the greatest players in franchise or program history, I don't care about that. I just want my bag. And I'm looking at this as the next opportunity, the next run in my progression as a high-level athlete.
So that's what I dislike, right? Because we all knew this growing up. When you seen certain people, it was that level of respect that you actually had for a guy that dominated at your position, whether it was at Utah or with the Carolina Panthers or whether it was with me at the University of Louisville. Deion Branch is my dude. Arnold Jackson is my dude. The level of respect that I have for those guys and how they paved the way at the University of Louisville for guys like me, well, I would never want to disrespect them in that manner. But we're dealing different day and age.
Here's the thing: the level of investment that the recruits have in these programs are minimal because they have free agency every single year. It's not like the NFL where you have to wait until your contract is over with, and even then you might not be a free agent because they might tag you. But in college football, there's free agency every single year. And so if you're one of these head coaches of a storied program, you can't hold this new generation of athletes, you can't hold their feet to the fire when it comes to the tradition and respecting the history of the program because they'll bounce.
Yep.
So if you're Lane Kiffin and your job is to get the best out of the players that you're bringing in to win a national championship, then you're going to do whatever it takes, even if it flies in the face of the legacy of a player like Jayden Daniels.
I will just say this. To Steve's point, and you weren't reporting that Lane Kiffin has anything to do with this, asking the question about, which is a great idea. I've seen it with my own eyes. We've had on Unsportsmanlike the Virginia head coach who comes on, and one of the first moves he made was get in touch with Canty. I did the Boca Bowl on ESPN Radio last year. Harry School Louisville was in it. You know how many people said, "Do you know Harry? Do you know Harry?" And all of the entire program has embraced Harry Douglas as an alum. If Lane Kiffin is not embracing the past, and the past includes Jayden Daniels, to Steve's point, that is just a miss, regardless of how this all came to fruition.
Try to knock me off my feet, still standing with more money than I came with. Goddamn, took a loss, but I'm still a gambling man, betting all the chips that I got left.